Welcome to the Shield Football Podcast. I'm your host, Fredo. Today we got the whole crew in the building. We got that boy Jay, we got that boy DC, and Steven in the back running things like he normally does. What up, guys? How y'all boys doing today, man?
Doing good, Fredo. How about yourself, bro?
Good, man. Just right here. Football, finally over, man. You had the two best teams of both conferences yet last night, man. Representing the conferences, well deserved right there. San Francisco and then the Chiefs. Jay, what are your thoughts, man?
Man, it was something. It came down to the wire. First half was lackluster. Second half was incredible. So we'll get to it, but we're watching history. Yeah. So it was fun.
DC?
Oh, great game, Fredo. Like you saying, probably in the last few years, this probably been the best game for me. Just watching the way it unfolded in the end, from beginning to end, man. Yeah. For me, it was a very entertaining game.
Yeah,
really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Well, guys, let's talk about it, man. So here we are, man. So these two teams traveled to Las Vegas to play the Super Bowl. It looked like everything over there looked pretty, good, represented. Everybody had a good time up there. But let's talk about the stats of the game, man. Let's jump into it. All right, so let's start off with the 49ers, man. I'm sorry. So the final score, 49ers 22, Kansas City 25. Kansas City takes their fourth as an organization, the Lombardi Trophy. Now that organization is looking really good. This is Mahomes' third Super Bowl right here, and he's only 28, gentlemen. So let's talk about this game leaders and start off with some stats. He threw for 38, completed 23, 255 yards and one touchdown. Top rusher from the 49ers, McCaffrey, 22 with 80 yards. Top receiver as well was McCaffrey with 8 catches for 80 yards and one touchdown. McCaffrey, have a day, my guy, man. Now to the Chiefs side of the ball. Mahomes, he threw for 46, completed 34, 333 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And your top rusher as well was Mahomes with 9 carries for 66 yards. Have a day, my boy Mahomes, man. Now your top receiver was Kelsey with 9 catches, 93 yards. Now we go to some team stats. Total yardage for the 49ers, 382, while the Chiefs had 455. Turnovers, both teams had 2 each. Time possession, 38 minutes with San Francisco and 36 minutes for the Chiefs. This being said, gentlemen, this game did went to overtime. That's why time possession was a little bit a lot. But overall, Kansas City wins in their first drive in overtime with the touchdown. And that's why your Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champs. DC, what are your thoughts, man?
I'm going to give it to Mahomes, man. He is it. I don't know any other way to put it. The road he took to get here and win it all.
Yeah.
He beat 3 top 10 offenses just to get here. And Miami wasn't a top 10 offense. You know what I'm saying? So that means Buffalo, Baltimore, and this offense that he's beaten, that's amazing, man. Austin put up big numbers. And when they got to the end, no Chiefs fan was worried, I can promise you that. Yeah. When Mahomes got that ball last, I bet you every Chiefs fan felt confident that he's going to go down there and do what he does. And that's what separates him from everybody else because he has the ability to do that. 49ers, did you leave your receivers on the bus? What the hell was that? Purdy completed 24 passes, 8 of them, a third of them was to McCaffrey.
23.
So what Debo and Ayuk, where were you at? Kittle, 4 yards. Where were you at? Really? Yep. What's really going on? This high-powered offense has been rolling around the whole year, disappeared. The biggest game of the year for one of the biggest trash-talking teams in the whole league. And you don't even show up.
Yeah.
You don't show up, man. But I think this is it. I don't see I think this was the 49ers' best chance. Like I said with Baltimore.
Yeah.
Because you got teams on the come up in the NFC now.
Yeah.
I don't think the road is going to be as easy as for them going forward. McCaffrey's got a few more years left in him, but if you can't get those receivers to be productive in a big game like this, I don't see it happening. Because like we said, they probably shouldn't have been there in the first place. Green Bay let them off and Detroit let them off. And you got up 10 on KC, and they came back and got that. So I think this is going to be kind of shaky for Shanahan going forward as far as them getting back to this game again. What do you think, Jay?
I got to start out with giving my kudos. Mahomes gets all the pub, but Spagnuolo and his defense, they're the true victors of this whole postseason. Like you said, all top 4 offenses, and they held them to a 15.8 point average.
Yeah.
Top 4 who does that?
Yeah.
Like that's incredible. That's like going up against you being a pitcher, you going against the Barry Bonds and all of them, like all them big time cats, and just striking them all out. Like it's incredible what that defense did. Chris Jones, 21% pass rush win rate. That means as soon as Purdy dropped back, he had Chris Jones in his face pretty much each time. So it's crazy. Congratulations to them. They traded an all-pro receiver and went back to back.
Yep.
What kind of sense does that make?
Yeah.
And this was the weak team.
Right.
This was the team we were talking about drops. This is the team that struggled to score in the second half. This is the team with the most penalized tackle in the like. This is the bad team.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, man. And it's only gonna get better. Like they're still in position to be dominant as hell going forward. But if we get back to the game, if I do an overall look at the game, the first half I was very disappointed in the 49ers especially. Because in my opinion, with the chances they had, they should have had a 14-point lead. But they just, I don't know what Shanahan was doing.
Yeah.
He didn't use McCaffrey enough in the first half. He leaned on him in the second half and stuff, trying to get the win. But look how tired the Kansas City Chiefs defense was at the end of the game. Imagine if you leaned on McCaffrey early and put some more pressure. They might have broke.
Yeah.
They might have broke, and instead of getting stopped in the red zone, you might have been able to push them around into the end zone. But we talked about Baltimore did it the game before. Like, what are y'all doing?
Y'all playing all year long.
Y'all
Man,
playing
get here.
right into. Thank you. Y'all playing right into our hands. They had Purdy dropping back way too much early. But I don't know. But overall, Mahomes is that dude. Spagnuolo is that dude. Andy Reid, hell of a game.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so easy for these teams to come up with game plan. Like, there's no way. Maybe he is that much higher than everybody else. Because if you give Andy Reid extra week to game plan, and Spagnuolo extra week to game plan, they just tear your whole script up. It's like everything you think you're gonna be able to do, everything you've leaned on the whole year is done. We talked about Debo not being able to do nothing. We talked about Ayuk hit and miss, and Kittle, of course. We don't even want to bring him up. I don't know if he was ready for them bright lights. I know he was banged up, but get your ass out there.
I know it, right?
Look, Debo's been doing it all year, so man, it ended up being a really good game, but it started out shaky.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, I'm gonna recap what the season was looking like for Kansas City this year. We all know it started. We know how it started with them. They got that loss against the Jags this year. I mean, not the Jags, the Lions.
The Lions.
So right there, we knew that they were starting off bad, but throughout the whole season, the Chiefs have not been looking exactly like they were looking like last year. So this is the team that last year they won the Super Bowl. The fact they made it this far and won it, that's pretty impressive to win it back to back.
Yes.
So we got to give them credit like that, man. But we knew in the middle of the season, especially, man, like they weren't looking so good, man. But when it came to the postseason, man, these guys just turned on the switch. They were looking like the Chiefs of last year. Mahomes, man, you cannot count that dude out.
Mm-hmm.
He is a baby Tom Brady now, man. His stat is up there. His third Super Bowl within 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive as is. And the thing about it, he's only 28 years old.
Yeah.
28. So he has 10 more years, if not more than that, depending,
The funniest thing I saw was somebody was like, I'm so glad he's 28 because this is going to end soon. I was like, what?
Not for a
What
quarterback.
are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is not going to end no time soon.
No, it's not that. That's the thing, like other players, like linebackers, your defensive ends, your running backs, yeah, that's old. But for quarterback, the quarterbacks don't take that many hits. But we know that Mahomes this year has taken some significant hits, man. And but overall, man, like Mahomes carried this team for a championship, another Super Bowl, another Lombardi. He did it, man. Like I could say that he knows that he doesn't need weapons anymore. He knows he can make weapons as long as you do your part.
Yep.
And by that part is just catch the ball.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
DC, you got any more on this?
Yeah, kind of like Jay was saying. When you play the Chiefs, they take your playbook and give you the one they want you to operate out of.
Exactly.
And ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Question, there was a couple of fumbles in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Both teams. But they had opportunities. The 49ers had opportunities, man.
Yeah.
They never got in the red zone in the first half.
Mm-mm.
The 49ers did not get in the red zone in the first half. And for the game, they was 1 for 2.
Yeah.
And I think the Chiefs got in there 6 times. They were 2 for 6.
Yeah.
So you got to get there, man. And don't be dependent on the kicker to win the games for you, man.
Well,
you got to go.
Well, like they were in the red zone, but McCaffrey fumbled, so that didn't help as well neither.
Yeah.
So, and then it's also like mistakes, from the special teams from the 49ers. So we knew when on that punt, it hit one of the players' legs, and that right there gave them easy touchdown to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Kansas City does not need help to get to the red zone, but the fact that you helped them and that ball got placed inside the 10. So easy right there, man. It's like little mistakes like that. And also, if the kicker would have made the extra point, they would have won the game.
Yeah, it would have been a whole different thing.
Yeah.
This game would have gone to overtime, and the Chiefs get the ball. And it's just little mistakes like that. 49ers had plenty of opportunities to win this game. It was there for the taking. In the first half, it looked like they were in control of this game, man. But you get the opportunities after another opportunity to come back and win this game, man. And teams like that, you got to take advantage of it, man.
That's right.
Absolutely. Jay, you got any?
Yeah, like you were saying, this game was lost on special teams in a lot of ways. It wasn't crisp. I just thought they were trying to make Purdy to be out the hero of the game, and he made some plays, but early on, man, Debo should have ran the ball. He should have touched the ball way more easy touches than he did. And going back to KC, that defense was outstanding. Trent McDuffie and Snead were like the best 2 players on the field lots of the time. So, man, it's just it's amazing to see that this could happen all over again next. It could be a three-peat like the Bulls.
Right.
So it's amazing. What would you say is, we can do this now, what is the legacy of Kyle Shanahan gonna be?
Can't win the big game. He's gonna be the guy that can't win the big game. They already gave him the blame for the Atlanta loss. in the Super Bowl. He got that one. He didn't want Dan Quinn as the head coach. Either the reason Dan Quinn not a head coach anymore. So yeah, he's gonna be the guy that gets to the game but can't finish it.
Yeah,
he can get there but can't get it.
To me, I think what DC took the worst out of that one. But if I had to put another one, he would never be his dad. His dad had 2 Super Bowls with the Broncos, and he had many success and also with that team for like 10 plus years. But yeah, man, just like also McCaffrey, man, like McCaffrey was part of that Bronco tree. His father played for Kyle. What's the senior? Mike Shanahan.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of ties to the sons with their dads in the previous years. And it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard for San Francisco to be back in this position now because in that division alone, the Rams are on a come up. Now we're gonna see what the Cardinals do in their draft. The division's gonna get harder. This was the opportunity for them to actually make a move, man. And the fact that it was right there, it was right there, and to let it slip once again, and I feel bad for Kyle Shanahan, man, but I think it's not that the opportunity, that window is closed now. Now this is a miracle happens in that division alone.
Yeah. He's gonna be the one who let it get away from him.
Still a great coach though.
Great coach. Yeah. I'll take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But it's just something that happens in big games. Maybe it's just luck.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the Buffalo Bills, they had a Super Bowl caliber team in the 90s. It just couldn't.
Right.
They couldn't get over the hump. So it could be something like that. The only downside I could say to him is,
hold on, Jay. Before you say that, man, I just popped up in my head right now. I feel like the 49ers are the modern day Buffalo Bills from the 90s.
Yeah.
During the season, they're gonna kick ass.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Super Bowl era, I mean, once they get to the Super Bowl, they ain't gonna do nothing, man. They're gonna find a way to screw that pooch up.
Yeah. So Super Bowl 51, 25-point lead over the Atlanta Falcons over the New England Patriots. Blown it. Super Bowl 54, 10-point lead. This Super Bowl, they was up 10. I don't care when it was up 10 with
double digits.
Where they were in position to make it worse than that.
Yep.
And they gave it up. So that's 3 double-digit losses for him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Spanning 2 different teams. So I'm not gonna say he's the biggest choke artist, but where's the magic go? Where's the magic go that you've been seeing all year? Just I don't know.
And when he lost all 3 of those, they all had the same thing in common. He stopped running the ball. Devontae Freeman was slicing the Patriots up in the first half, but he wanted to come and let Matt Ryan shine. For what? You got the game in control. They ain't stop you on the run game at all. But you want to sit here and throw the ball, stop the clock, and all this other stuff, and you end up losing. You ain't got to get cute with it. It's football. You can go back to the basics every now and then.
Yeah.
And then he lost all 3 of them the same way. Stop running the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because at this point, you got to ask yourself, when you have a McCaffrey like this, McCaffrey just don't go on trees like this. The fact that he was your top rusher and your top receiver for this game, and behind McCaffrey, your other best receiver was Ayuk for 3 catches for 49 yards.
Yeah.
I mean,
and how many did Debo have?
Debo had 3 catches for 33.
McCaffrey had more receiving yards than them 2 combined.
Yep.
This is just like Pop Warner, man. They look like Pop Warner out there with them stats.
That's what I'm saying. But now when you go to the Chiefs side, you can see where the ball gets more spread out.
Yeah.
Besides Kelsey, you have Hardman, and To be honest with you, I didn't know Hardman was on the team.
Yeah, the Jets got rid of him mid-season. Right before I remember him going back. Yeah.
You know, and he had 3 catches for 57.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, and then you had Justin Watson. He tight end, right?
Right.
3 catches for 54 yards. It's just that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, and total yardage, the Chiefs had more, 130 against 49ers, 110. And like,
that's the rushing yards. Yeah,
that's rushing yards. That's what I'm saying. It's like they took a print from your playbook and they use it against y'all.
Absolutely.
I was like,
you know, and Fredo, this team looks a whole lot like those Patriots teams in the way they built. They got an all-pro receiver, tight end and quarterback, and a hell of a head coach. But one thing I can say about this game, I don't think Brady wins this game. Because the plays Mahomes had to make as far as the scrambling, Brady wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to do that, to move around. He had 66 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
And for them to trust in him like on the third down, for him to run the ball like that.
He's your top rusher.
Yeah. I mean, that's gonna be the difference when it's all said and done. That's gonna be what separates him and Brady right there, because he has the ability to move through the pocket. So your game plan is, there's no script for the Chiefs. There's no on either side of the ball. When the Chiefs are playing, there's no script involved. Yeah. They just freestyle the whole damn thing, man.
And also, Mahomes had the longest run out of all the rushing. He had a 1 run for 22 yards.
Yeah.
1 run for 22 yards. I mean, that makes a difference.
Oh, yeah.
You think Brady's going to get you 22? No, you'd be lucky if he gets you 5. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like,
and you remember when Spag died? I think it was third down. They was in the red zone, and it was like an empty blitz, and Purdy missed the guy in the flat that was open, but the defense was on him too quick, man.
Yeah.
The defense was on him, man.
Jennings flashed open.
Yeah. So this is why, man. Chiefs ain't got but one problem, and that's getting Jones back. And of course, he's going to cost you 25, 30 million, $30 million a year.
So basically,
if you don't franchise him, he's going to get $30 million. Yeah. They already was at the beginning of this year going back and forth. He set out a game. So now they see how valuable this guy is. So once they get him signed, they're gonna be looking to run it back.
Yeah.
And if you Chris Jones, why would you go?
I don't get that.
I know. Don't be greedy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You made the money, man.
You made your money. You're gonna get endorsement opportunities. Just being around Patrick Mahomes, being in that red, you're gonna be on commercials. Yeah. Don't go to Arizona.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or who got? Don't go to Washington.
Just because they had the cap.
Yeah. Just because you got the Commanders got all this cap space, you're gonna go over there and do what? Be forgotten.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go get your third in a row.
Yeah.
Take a little cut. Don't nothing embarrassing, but come on, man, play ball.
Right.
Hey, let's go. We all in this together.
And I don't think the Chiefs gonna try to lowball him. I think they're gonna give him a fair offer. Just take it. Don't be trying to reset the market. Just take it. Yeah.
Right.
We see, like, all right, so you got to think about stuff like this, man. Like, how do you think the Patriots were so successful? DC?
They kept a certain core.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole year, they had a certain core of people that they had.
Yeah.
And a head coach that didn't play no game with nobody.
Yeah.
You know? So that was a big part of it for me with them. They had a core, a certain group of people that was there the whole time.
So Julian Edelman has a podcast, man, and he said the secret was for them to win a successful franchise and win so many Super Bowls is because your top guy wasn't making all that money. He wasn't. Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Tom Brady wasn't like getting paid above market as a quarterback, which he should have. Right. But he knew the ingredients to bring in talent. You got to pay them a little bit something, but it helps that you're playing with one of the greatest coaches. Yeah. At least for the past 20 years, one of the generation quarterbacks that we ever seen. And the fact is, man, we pay you, man, but it's not going to be wrecking breaking like you think it is, man. But come and be a part of something, and that's how they managed to win all them Super Bowls. And that's the thing. I think the Chiefs are taking a page of the Patriots, man. They're gonna pay the quarterback, even though they repaid him that ridiculous contract in the beginning. But now it looks like a cheap contract compared with what these new contracts of quarterbacks are getting nowadays. And that's very smart. And they did give him a little raise at the beginning of the season. So it's like, I'm pretty sure he's going to get another raise within the next couple of years.
Mahomes?
Yes.
Yeah. And the crazy part about, I don't I don't think Brady ever made $40 million a year.
No.
And you got a guy like Daniel Jones out here getting paid
Exactly.
$40 million a year.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
He haven't done nothing,
Come
man.
on, man. They just keeping their teams held hostage. Especially a team like the Giants, and you playing the quarterback that ain't giving you nothing.
Yeah.
That kind of money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Mahomes deserved to be the highest paid in the NFL. He deserved ownership in the Chiefs. He deserved it. He's earned that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he put him back on the map after years of not being that good. And,
Yeah.
And Andy Reid, man, when he got there, he turned the whole thing around.
And Andy Reid is my favorite coach ever.
Yeah.
At this point, like the stuff I watched him do in Philadelphia that pissed me off. Like, man, how is he doing this? And now he came down over to KC, and it's the same stuff. Like, it's amazing how it comes down to crunch time, and he pulled that touchdown play out of anybody else would have used that 3 times already.
Right.
How do you
patience, man?
How do you come? It's like he knew he was going to be in a situation where he's going to have to pull that out.
Yeah.
Like they had overtime to get that great call out. So how many other plays is he not running that he could have used? Is amazing. That dude, like I said, you give him a extra week,
it's a wrap.
he's going to break down everything. Like you still got the stats. How many sacks for Mahomes? I think he was
Sacks.
one or two.
At least 2, I think.
Let me
Maybe
check.
3.
Let me check. I'll tell you that right
But
now.
yeah, just overall, it's like.
So Mahomes got sacked 3 times.
3 times,
Yep.
okay.
He got sacked 3 times.
And that's him running around.
Right,
That's Mahomes being Mahomes.
Yeah.
I think any other quarterback gets the ball out and throws it away, but Mahomes is making plays.
Yep.
But just the way they attacked, like who beats Fred Warner like that?
With Kelsey.
Kelsey
Yes.
wiped the floor with Fred Warner.
Yep.
And it's like, man, it's crazy. Can you give me, other than Kelsey, can you give me the other 3 receivers? The top 3 receivers other than Kelsey.
Hardman with 3 catches for 57 yards. Watson with 3 catches, 54 yards, and Rice with 6 catches, 39 yards.
And if all 3 of those guys get cut tomorrow, Rice the only one get a job with somebody else. The other 2 guys probably wouldn't even be on the roster.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
No, Hardman got cut.
Right.
It's crazy. And Watson, come on, man. Let's
and Sky Moore just gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just gone.
The funniest part of the game. The funniest part of the game was Sky Moore had everything on. He was looking over Andy Reid's shoulder like, "Can I do something?
Yeah.
Can give me some love, Andy?"
Yeah.
Andy said, "Here, you and Kadarius go over there and go gamble.
Yeah,
Y'all can go to the slots. It's okay.
Yep.
Go to the Bellagio and go watch the fountain.
Yeah. Go watch a show.
Yeah,
Maybe Usher."
No, he's like, "Here's 2 tickets to go watch Adele."
Yeah.
It's on me.
Pretty much.
Just bring me back some nuggies.
But now
man.
we gotta do the Mahomes Brady comparison.
Well, hold up. Before we do that, before we close out this one right here, let's talk about who showed up and who did it.
Yeah.
All right. So, DC, who showed up and who did it for you?
Who did it?
Yeah.
Off the top, it's Kittles didn't for me. That didn't show up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course, the Chiefs defense showed up.
Yeah.
Off the top.
Okay.
Mahomes would be low hanging fruit, but he did it too. But the Chiefs defense, they showed up, man.
Yeah.
And George Kittle was nowhere to be found.
All right. I'm gonna take this one, Jay, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Who showed up for me was McCaffrey. McCaffrey was the only bell cow in this offense for the 49ers. And who didn't show up was the rest of the receivers for the 49ers. Like you said, DC, Ayuk will war you, Debo will war you, even Kittle. They weren't there. Jay, how about you, man?
I'm gonna have to go defense on both, or defense for the Chiefs. Chris Jones,
Yes.
like, he's a monster.
Yeah.
It's just
He showed up.
It's
for you.
ridiculous how he just manhandles grown men.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, for the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey shouldn't feel bad at all.
No.
He should feel bad that they didn't incorporate him earlier. Because it could have been a whole different game. And who didn't show up, the special teams coordinator for the 49ers. He's got to feel sick. You got Moody, between Moody, the punts.
Was that Ray McLeod? When the ball hit him? Yeah. Get out the way, man.
And that's middle school stuff.
Right. Get out the way.
Everybody get over.
When the catcher, when the punt returner says, and return says that word Tommy, whatever they call out,
get out of the way.
Get out the way. Don't be blocking, and hit him right in the corner of the foot, man. And thank God that he recognized that they hit him, and he was trying to pick it up, man, but he couldn't just get a grasp of it, and it got stormed by Chiefs right there, and inside the 10. That's what hurts the most.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they only converted 3 third downs, the 49ers, the whole game. They were 3 of 12.
Really?
Three third downs. Mahomes was like 9 of 19 on third down. Yeah.
That defense showed up in a big way. Because early in the game, I said, man, it's 3 and out for the Chiefs. They were going 3 and out in the first quarter. You know, and then all of a sudden, he let them hang around too long. And I want to give Kalafdis some love, man. He was in the mix, too. He's only going to get better. He's just like, it's second year, I think. So next year, I expect them to take another step in that defense because they're not leaving. The coordinator, everything's coming back. The only piece they got to worry about is getting Chris Jones back, and they're going to be even better because the secondary is young. Really young.
The secondary is the best part of that defense.
And they're young. Yeah.
So, man, imagine if they get like another D lineman next to Chris Jones.
They might not have to. Kalafdis take another step.
He's the guy.
You know what?
They did all this without a legitimate outside rusher.
Man, so this is Kalafdis' second year? Second year. And he's only 22 years old.
10.5 sacks
Jesus,
this year.
man. Years old.
They got one, man.
Not bad. 6'3", 263 pounds.
So could you imagine if they end up pulling off somebody like Brock Bowers in the draft?
Well, imagine, look, Chase Young's a free agent. Let's say he go across the street to Kansas City.
Take it.
You got these 3 monsters.
Take it.
Plus the secondary is a beast. It was good to see Willie Gay come back. Man, this is just the start. Everybody, this is not the finish. This is the start of something crazy.
Before we go on there, Fredo, what do y'all think about when Kelsey ran up to the coach? Well, there's been a lot of talk about that, about being disrespectful. But I just feel like it's at the moment of the game. He wants to be a part. I don't know if it was because he wasn't on the field, or he didn't like the play call, or he was open and didn't get the ball. But I don't know why he went to Andy Reid. I don't know what he said, so I can't really speculate because I don't know what he said to Andy Reid and why he said it.
So the reason why he went up to right there of fucking basically show the poor man is because that. It was when the running back from the Chiefs, Pacheco fumbled.
Right, okay.
And normally they take him out because he's not a good blocker.
Okay.
So they took him out, and I guess he ran up to Reed and said, "Hey, let me in the game. Don't take me out." You know, so he got frustrated because of that. Do I understand why he did it? I understand why he did it, but you got to control your emotions. You know, like don't punk your coach like that. You know, I get it, man. Like, you know, the emotions, the states. Hey, this is the game that you don't want to like play it safe, or you got to take a little bit more risk. But I say, don't run up on your coach like that.
National TV.
You know, like that little bump. You know, he's an old man, bro. He can break his bone easily. Now, if he was like Kyle Shanahan, go ahead and tackle him. But you know, he just
if he was Vrabel, go ahead and tackle him. He'll break it. But overall, I don't think Andy Reid thinks about this another day. Andy Reid's so cool. Like imagine the coach of the guy, or imagine the coach that was in the commercial said, let's do it again, but with them nuggies. Like he don't care, man. He makes fun of him. Say they won a Super Bowl. This is nothing. People making it a big thing, but it's no big deal.
No, like like I'm not saying it is a big deal. All I'm saying is just man, hey, I get it, man. Emotions are high, stakes are high. I'm just saying, man. You don't have to put hands on your coach like that.
What you can see is this might have been bigger for Kelsey than anybody.
Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely.
I think Kelsey was doubted all through the season.
Yep.
They say he's falling off. Kelsey wanted the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Kelsey was pissed off that he wasn't able to make a play or help. So I understand it. It's just you don't want to touch him, but they're gonna hug this out. And Kelsey already said he owes his whole career to Andy Reid, which he does.
Real quick, what's it called? Like, was there anything else within the game that you thought that the Chiefs or the 49ers could have done better?
I mean, the 49ers could absolutely, they could have blocked, protected against the blitz a lot better.
Yeah.
They didn't have the protection plan I thought they would, because it's Spagnuolo. Like, he's gonna blitz the hell out of you, and I don't think Purdy was as ready as he should be. And the protections, Spagnuolo is basically toying with him.
Yeah.
With his blitzes.
Yeah. They're saying that Spagnuolo is the first coordinator that has won the most Super Bowls as a coordinator.
Four.
Yeah. 4. Yeah.
I think that Chiefs probably could have run the ball. Once Greenlaw went down, I thought, well, here we go the Pacheco show. They're down a linebacker. I figured they'd go ahead and try to punish them that way, but they didn't.
Yeah.
That's one thing I forgot. The Chiefs probably could have got a little bit more exposure out of that.
Yeah. Jerron, you say you want to talk to?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do it. You wanna start with postseason or regular season comparison?
I guess we could start off with regular.
All right, so both Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes through 96 games of their career. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Completion percentage, 66.5 for Mahomes, 61.9 for Brady. All right. Yards per attempt, 7.9 for Mahomes, 7 even for Brady. Passing yards per game, 296.1 for Mahomes, 224.6 for Brady. Let me go down. They got 3 championships each. And then they got 2 Super Bowl MVPs each. And then through 6 years, Brady didn't have any MVPs. This dude already has 2.
Oh, 2.
So, man, Mahomes is all pro 3 times already through their 6 years. Brady only all pro once. If we go to total playoff, this is total all the playoffs combined. Tom Brady had 10 playoff games. They had, let me see, 3,039 pass yards. Actually, this is a Super Bowl game. 10 Super Bowl. 3,039 passing yards. Mahomes got 1,071.
So Brady has 10 and Mahomes has 4. These are the 4. Okay.
These are the 4.
Okay.
Let's go passing yards. 303.9 for Brady in each Super Bowl. 267.8 for Mahomes. If you do the only thing that's different is the EPA, which is pretty much your efficiency metrics. Tom Brady is at 99. That means like he's at like a 99 Madden rating every game every Super Bowl he plays in, and then Mahomes was at 25.6. So that he blows him out the water, but everything else is pretty much Mahomes or better. Mahomes is better or even to Brady. So that I just thought that was interesting. Like if you look at the comparison,
Yeah.
Mahomes is on the same trajectory as Brady, but we're just watching greatness all over again.
And we should be appreciative of that. The fact that we're seeing this in front of our eyes, man. There's a lot of people that I get it. Like they wanted San Francisco to win, but you gotta understand, man. Like we're seeing another Brady within the making, if not even better than Brady. And the fact is that what helped Brady a lot at least for those first 3 Super Bowls, Jerron, is that he had a good defense behind him.
Right.
It just now Mahomes has been doing it all by himself, really. It does help that you do have a good a play caller with Andy Reid, and then you have a good building core of players around you. But the fact is, Mahomes is doing way much more than Tom Brady was. But at this point, man, I think even though, let's say, Mahomes doesn't win no more than that, if there's a game, I need one quarterback right now to win me that game, I'll pick Mahomes over Tom Brady any day of the week. DC, go ahead, man.
Yeah, kind of like what I was saying earlier. I don't think Brady wins this game.
Yeah.
That's because what Mahomes is able to do, it's non-scripted. I mean, pressure doesn't bother him, because he can step out of the way and move around.
Yep.
So, Mahomes is it, man. And it's going to be – these guys play with no pressure. Mahomes won't see pressure until he gets to 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Then he might start to think about the next one to Tom Brady. But until then, ain't no pressure on the Chiefs. No matter what game they in, I don't see them being under any pressure.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to separate them for the next few years. Like they walked into the Super Bowl like it was just week 1. Ain't no pressure for nobody on the team because they've been there and done that. And the guy who they have in charge, they believe in him. From the top to the bottom. Hell, Miko Hardeman, he threw it to him for the game-winning touchdown. Not Kelsey. Miko Hardeman.
Wide open, too, man.
Wide open.
Because you didn't
trust him.
Because you didn't expect that.
Yeah. After all the drops they had throughout the year, these guys started catching when the playoffs started.
Yeah.
Just magically.
Yeah.
So, it's Mahomes for me, man. But on the other side, gentlemen, Purdy, you going to give him $50 million a year? Because he's only got a 4-year deal. He's through with 2 of them already. So it's going to be time to start talking.
Yeah. It's coming up, man. Like, all right, so to me, the thing is, man, like if you start paying them like this, man, you can basically kiss this future organization gone because you need talent around you. And I get it, man. They developed him unexpectedly that no one expected them to be this far. You know what I'm saying? It helps with the system. It helps that they have ballers around them, McCaffrey's, the Ayuks and the Debos and the Kittles, and then that defense. They got a good solid defense right there with them. But man, how long can you keep this core right here once you start paying somebody that's going to take 40 to 50 million from your roster? Who knows? Like, does he deserve it? Yes, absolutely. But what he's going to do after when you get paid? That like what's going to happen to that team?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And that's a line. I don't know if he wants to take a bunch of cap for yourself, or you want to help out the team and win. Because don't get me wrong, man, he showed some flashes last night. He did, and throughout the postseason, but he's not a Mahomes,
right?
So. I don't know. It's kind of like one of those, the pros and cons type of thing. But he's going to get paid. But I don't know if he's going to break the bank or not. Jay?
I don't think he breaks the bank just because who knows what position the 49ers will be in. They may fall off. Trent Williams is up there. Trent Williams already had a cancer scare. He may be tired of this.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll give it a go coming up for next year, but he could have retired when he was in Washington, and everybody would have been, all right, we understand. So that's even more. Debo, what's Debo? Is Ayuk with the team? So they might be in a total different outlook for the team. The team might be a 8-9 win team compared to where they are now. So if they're in a worst position, I think he's going to get minimum, not minimum contract, but minimum superstar at the bottom. Like he's going to be running Daniel Jones.
Right.
Like that's going to be the tier for him, the Daniel Jones tier. And I mean, he's the Mr. Relevant. He's going to take that.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
So,
Depending on who his agent is and how greedy they are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this for you. You got it. I'm not giving him the $50 million. Okay. Let's just do this. Take all NFL quarterbacks, throw them in a bucket. Now you drafting these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You don't know who the head coach is, the offensive coordinator, any of that. How many quarterbacks you think you'll take out of that bucket before you get to Purdy?
So no,
you don't know. You don't know who his offensive coordinator is.
Okay.
So no system,
No system. You
No
don't know
system.
nothing about him. All you
Pure
know is
quarterback.
just the quarterback.
Pure quarterback.
How many you think you'll take before you get to him?
I tell you
What
what.
about Matthew Stafford?
yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
To be honest with you, I think I'll take 12 quarterbacks before I take him.
I bet you at least probably more than that.
At least,
Yeah.
at least 12 off the top of my head.
And that's the point I'm getting at. I can't give him the 50 if he starts asking for that kind of money, man.
I know.
That's what the NFL is going to. If I can't, there's Mahomes, and there's about 4 or 5 behind him. That's it.
Yeah.
But I feel like you really got a chance to win a Super Bowl with. So for me, if I'm going to spend money, I'm going to have to get an average quarterback. I'm spending my money on my defensive line. In order to beat those guys, you're going to have something up front to kind of slow them down. I'd rather spend $60 million throughout my D line than $60 million on one quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to slow those guys down at some point. So you going out there spending $50 million on a quarterback that you know ain't even a top 8, 9, 10 quarterback. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing, man? So I wouldn't do it if I'm them. They probably will, but I wouldn't. Set the team back, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. And like, then that's just the problem within the 49ers. Imagine the problem around the 49ers. And what I mean by around them, I mean the division around them they're going to be in. The Rams are going to come up. Seattle, who knows what this new coaching hire. Yeah. And then the Cardinals, like I just mentioned earlier, with the draft picks they got this year, who they going to get, you know? So that's what I'm saying, man. It's like the rest of the teams are pretty much going to catch up to the 49ers now. And like we said earlier, this window might be closed for a while.
Definitely Detroit, because they had such an awesome draft this past year that's going to be impacting them on rookie deals for the next few years. So I know Detroit's going to be back in the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just based on their draft class.
Yep.
And, of course, with the Rams, they're going to be in the picture.
Yep. And the Rams this year, they get a first-round pick, and they haven't had a first-round pick for the past 4 years?
All right. And people don't give him credit, man. Snead, the GM, he might be the most underrated GM in the whole league, man. Just some of the stuff he's done in the last year with Cooper Kupp and Puka. And we ain't even talk about the defensive tackle he drafted. That's a rookie, had like 9, 10 sacks.
Yeah.
Kobe Turner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hadn't even talked about that guy.
Yeah.
Man, Snead, he finds him. So, yeah, the Rams going to be in the mix, too.
Yeah, man. It's going to be hard, man. And the offseason is coming. Yeah. Offseason already started. We know agents are already right there talking to other teams on behalf of their clients, because the players can't talk to the teams right now. But, you know, agents already got some numbers behind they want to represent the clients with, and we will see what teams get better up. But, yeah.
Kind of changing up a little bit. The 2017 draft. Where did Mahomes go?
He was the 12th pick? 11th?
No.
10th pick.
Yeah, 10th pick. Okay.
Let's do a quick rundown of the names ahead of Patrick Mahomes. Cleveland took Myles Garrett.
Okay.
All right. Chicago Bears took Mitchell Trubisky. Number 2. San Francisco, the team he just beat, took Solomon Thomas.
Oh, is he even in the league?
He's on the Jets on the bench.
Wow.
Jaguars, Jacksonville.
Who did he take?
Fournette.
Oh, that's right.
Tennessee Titans. Kraft. You got to answer for this one.
Yeah.
Corey Davis.
Yeah, out of the league.
Out of Western Michigan.
Yep.
I think his college colors were brown and yellow.
Yes, they were. They sure were.
New York Jets took Jamal Adams, who's on the borderline out of the league.
Yeah.
San Diego Chargers, I'll give Mike Williams. Still, look,
Injury prone, but okay.
Carolina took Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
Cincinnati Bengals took John Ross.
So John
40-yard test.
Yeah, all because of 40-yard dash.
And then after that, Kansas City Chiefs, they moved up. You gotta remember,
right?
The two teams who were trying to move up to get Patrick Mahomes was New Orleans and Kansas City actually did it. And now look at the fortunes of
my goodness
getting Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my goodness!
And half of those names aren't even in the league. The other half, other than Myles Garrett, aren't superstars. But I mean, Christian McCaffrey and Myles Garrett. It's crazy.
That draft class alone is amazing. Yeah. You got McCaffrey, Myles Garrett, Mike Williams,
Leonard Fournette did some stuff, but Patrick Mahomes is the crown jewel. Houston took Deshaun Watson too.
We moved up to get him.
Yep.
And that was Cleveland's pick too.
yeah,
that was Cleveland's pick, man.
Oh my goodness!
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, man, like at this point, you know, like we knew that Mahomes was projected to fall down to the Texans, but you know the fact that Mahomes got picked before Watson, because you guys will remember, man, Mahomes came from Texas Tech. It's not that big of a program, really. Still Division I, but still the program wasn't bad. And Mahomes just beating Alabama for the championship, college championship.
Watson beat
Watson. Yeah. I'm sorry, Watson. And so and I was thinking, oh yeah, cool, we get Mahomes, and he balled out in Texas Tech, especially that last year.
Yeah, and his workout was crazy.
Yeah,
all his pre-draft stuff was amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? But that's the difference right there. I guess that's the difference maker. Once your head coach sees talent, he's going to take opportunity and make sacrifices to get him. And I wonder who he made that trade with, Jerron. Do you know?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was.
Man, but what a great call.
I know why he dropped. Because in the interviews, Mahomes start talking, and they heard that Kermit voice, and they're like, "No, there's no way. There's no way there's no way the next Tom Brady sounds like that."
Shit, man, bro, you can have like a little girl's voice in here, as long as you know how to throw that rock and know how to win games, man. Shit, I don't care.
I've also heard stories of somebody on the scouting team from the Chiefs gave Mahomes the playbook.
Yes.
Because they wanted him on the team. They wanted Andy Reid to draft him, so they gave him the playbook.
It was the quarterback coach.
Yeah, so when he interviewed with Reid, he knew everything already, and it made it look like he was smarter.
Oh.
Somebody on the staff gave him the playbook
said, like, man,
beforehand. So when he went into the interview with Andy Reid, he knew all the stuff. That's how bad they wanted him.
That's actually crazy, because if it didn't go, he had all your secrets.
Yeah.
Man, imagine that, man.
Yep. So it was. So they had to. Jump New Orleans.
Man, like I wonder if Chuck's pissed off about that, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
Jeez, what I have Mahomes in New Orleans?
It was just New Orleans.
He would sound like a frog.
They had love for Drew Brees. They thought Brees was going to last forever, man.
Yeah.
At that time, I'm sure that's what was going on in the background. Brees was still there.
Yeah. Brees was still there for 2 more seasons.
In love with him.
Well, Sean Payton knew.
Yeah.
Sean Payton did want to get him. That was the whole thing about that draft. And Kansas City was just more aggressive.
Yeah.
And Mahomes set the whole first year, didn't
he? Yeah. First year. I'm behind Alex Smith. Yep.
Alex Smith.
Yeah, the following year, man, he just shocked the NFL, man, with everything he did. Because that season that he set, except for the last 2 games, because I think by then Kansas City would clinched the playoffs, and they knew they weren't going to advance anymore if they won or lost. So they let him play the last 2 games. Man, he balled out those last 2 games, and they won them.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man. So, do we got anything else more to talk about?
For the Super Bowl, I think I'm good.
Commercials. Did you watch any commercials out there?
Nah, not really.
Nothing really caught my eye, Fredo.
No.
Nothing. Just some kind of way. I don't know how. Tim, you got 3 of them. I know. Looked up and I seen that commercial 3 different times during the game. So they spent a ton of money.
Yeah.
But other than that,
we gotta figure out is China backing them? Like how they get all this
Yeah.
$20 million for
So,
three.
I just figure out what the hell's Tim. Oh, that
Timo.
Yeah.
Timo. Yeah, I like basically it's like a shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really don't know about that. But yeah, like this says like a Shopify type of thing, but cheaper.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know about that to be honest until yesterday. I guess my favorite one was the Dunkin' Donuts one with the guys from Boston. They had what's his name, Ben Affleck, and what's his homeboy's name? Matt Damon, and they had Tom Brady, Jennifer Lopez. That shit was pretty funny to me, man. Yeah, trying to start a boy band. Yeah. But overall, what about the halftime, gentlemen? Did you like Usher's performance?
I did. I really. For me, Fredo, it goes over top 5 for me.
Top 5.
Usher is an entertainer. You know, some people they're artists, but they're not entertainers.
Yeah.
You know, and he goes up in the mix with the one they had a few years ago in L.A. I liked that one a lot. With Eminem and
Dre.
I liked that one a whole lot also, man. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it, man, all of it.
But you know, like most of them guys just did rap. You know, they're just moving scene to scenes. Like I think they had to change locations for that halftime to be good. But everything that Usher did, from dancing and everything. Usher's he's like 44, 45 years old.
About like that.
40s.
In his 40s, you know. And he still looks good, man. Like when he took off his shirt, made me realize that I should get back in the gym. But overall, man, I liked it, man. Like if I had to give that a score, I'd give it a solid 8.6. A solid one. Geronda, did you catch the halftime, man?
Oh yeah, definitely. On that, I'll give it a 7.
7?
It was good.
Yeah.
I wish he would. He just did melodies.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of songs where he was just about to get in his bag.
Yeah, and then he went to the next.
And then he went to the next. I'm like,
yeah.
Maybe if I didn't know the song, I would give it a higher. But I knew what was about to happen when he did Confessions. Yeah, he did Keep Up, and then he
switched.
I was like, "Are you serious?
Yeah,
you were about to go crazy."
It's like he did 30 seconds of every song he ever made, you know. Yeah. And that's the thing I didn't like. The only song he did the most of was Yeah, and that's because he had special guests.
And then My Boo. Yeah. Those were the two ones. Those being the two longer songs, kind of
Yeah. But every other song, he was like 30 seconds of each song.
He could have hit My Way but he wanted to get the guests out. Yeah. And then some of the production things were hit and miss. Mm-hmm. Like the skate part was cool.
Yeah, that's a big thing over there in the ATL.
Yeah, and the part at the beginning, I didn't like him starting out on the field. Mm-hmm. But overall, I give it a 7. It's it's top 6 or 7, but I've got other ones. I like the Beyonce one.
Destiny's Child?
No, the Beyonce when she had Formation, all the people on the field.
Yeah. With Bruno Mars.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't remember Bruno. I remember Beyonce. You can remember the guy if you want, Fredo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember the.
I mean, I ain't watching like 22 dudes on the field. I mean,
yeah, I know. But yeah, it was cool. I wish there was more other songs were longer.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Well, let me see what else. So we know next year the Super Bowl is gonna be right next door to us, man. It's gonna be in New Orleans.
No.
Yeah. So I wonder who they're gonna bring out next year for the halftime performance, and yeah.
Man, Lil Wayne, man.
Lil Wayne, yeah.
Cash Money in 99 and 2000.
I don't know if it's gonna be the whole Cash Money, but I think
No Limit.
I think it's gonna be Young Money. It's gonna be Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Lil Wayne. I think they're gonna do that, and then he's gonna have the Hot Boys come out for a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be dope.
And Juvenile, Mystical.
Yeah.
And I heard
Mystical's locked up, but
oh, he is. Oh,
yeah. Mystical's a rapist, so he won't be. He won't be attending.
No, he won't be there.
And I heard it was supposed to be New Orleans this year, but it fell in line with Mardi Gras, so they had to push it back.
Yep.
This year was supposed to be New Orleans.
Yeah, Mardi Gras is going to be tomorrow. Fat Tuesday?
That Tuesday tomorrow,
Yeah.
A Mardi Gras Super Bowl would be dope, though. That would be. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're serious in New Orleans.
Maybe the city couldn't handle it. Is the thing.
They couldn't. No, cause you got two different types of people.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras people, and you got these corporate people.
Yeah.
A lot of the Super Bowl tickets are corporate tickets. So
yeah. Like I heard when they do Mardi Gras down there in Louisiana, I heard that they shut everything downtown.
Yes.
So
it's almost a holiday, man.
It is a holiday over there. Yeah, basically.
Kids out of school and everything.
Yeah, they take that stuff real serious, man. All right, gentlemen. What else?
We can go to the NFL awards.
Yeah.
They finally came out with everything that we've been talking about all year. You want to go through the list real quick and we can discuss?
Yes, sir.
All right, so MVP, of course, Mr. Lamar Jackson gets his second. Offensive player of the year, we got Christian McCaffrey. Defensive player, Myles Garrett, and coach of the year, Kevin Stefanski. Little surprise, especially at this table, but no surprise coming up. Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I heard he's pretty good.
Will Anderson, and a comeback. Nobody had this. Before the year, we had two candidates. We had Tua, and we had DeMar Hamlin, and Joe Flacco got the comeback player of the year. But it's kind of iffy because if you look at the theme, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top 7 awards were either Cleveland Browns or Texans. Which is just weird how that happened. I don't know. What's your theory on why those two teams dominated the awards?
Well, I'm gonna give you my opinion for me being a big fan of one of those teams. The Texans, not the Browns. So I think it's because no one expected them to be so good this year, at least for the Texans. A lot of people had them winning no more than 5 games this year. The fact that they jumped up, it all started from the draft. The fact that they drafted C.J. Stroud and then moved up to get Will Anderson. You had 2 good drafts right there within rookies. Believe me, and I was one of them, DC, and Jerron saw my face when they went up to get Will Anderson. I didn't like the move in the beginning because I feel like they just gave up too much. At that point, I was just thinking about the capital of the picks. But overall, you can see the potential that's going to come out from this young man. And now that I see it, I appreciate it now. So that right there, even Jerron said, man, that's a good move up, And he's like, look, man, just give it time. And exactly what he said, man. D'Amico's going to help him develop. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it starts with the culture within the organization. And that right there, you can tell that D'Amico has brought in the culture of mindset that these guys are believing and these guys are ready to run a brick wall for this man. And, and this is just the beginning. And now that the Texans have the third most cap space right here, we're going to see what the Texans are going to do, man. But it all starts with the culture within the organization, and D'Amico put his imprint in on that. And that right there is going to show you that what type of expectations the organization has within its players, and it's going to hold them to a higher standard. And when's the last time we had a offensive player of the year and a defensive player of the year in the same time? Beautiful, man. That day, it was very proud for H-Town. It just, you could walk around with your Texans gear now and not being made fun of now, especially in this city that has a different fan bases.
Yeah.
And I tell people this so many times that they don't live in Houston. Houston has so many fan bases here. It's ridiculous. You would think this is Texans country. It's really not, and it hurts me to say that, man, but you got different fan bases. But overall, man, I think that's what it is, man. Culture.
DC?
pretty much what you said just for both teams, Fredo. They outkicked the coverage, both teams.
Yeah.
They both played above expectations at some point.
Yeah.
Nobody expected the Texans to be where they at. And when you play above expectations, then somebody's got to stand out. Somebody's got to get the credit for that. And people started looking a little deeper. With Cleveland, they lost their quarterback. They called the guy off the couch, and look where they ended up at.
Yep.
You know,
and there was two quarterbacks in between those two.
Mm-hmm. And that's where Stefanski comes in as far as the coach of the year, being able to keep that team with a guy at the beginning of the year. There's no way he could have been a comeback player on anybody's list because he wasn't even on the roster. Yeah. So for him to be able to get to where they did with him, that's the big thing, man. And the defense carried him too. But with Flacco being able to keep the ship pretty steady after they went through 3 other quarterbacks, and hell, he won a couple of games with those quarterbacks. Yeah. So that's what stood up. They have played expectations. Both teams did. At some point, you look at them like they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing.
Yeah,
they're not.
What's it called? Like, and you know, and I knew that D'Amico Ryans wasn't going to win that award. It just because Stefanski went with 4 different quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. And the fact that, you know, and he beat the 49ers, he beat good teams along the way, man. Just like the fact that you did that with backup quarterbacks, you know, and like, that's pretty impressive to me, man. And that's one thing I was trying to explain to my wife about that. It's like, you know, like, because me and her were watching the game. She's like, how come D'Amico didn't win? It's like, Stefanski won with 4 quarterbacks. And
but even then, if you break it down even further,
yeah. You talking about the tie?
Yeah, it's a tie.
Yeah.
They both had 165 points.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The tiebreaker was 1 more first place vote for Stefanski.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, D'Amico was deserving.
Right. Yeah, he was.
So it's no slight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Stefanski even outkicked his coverage even more than D'Amico did. And if you look at other breakdowns, let's go for the MVP voting. The top 5: Lamar Jackson 1, Dak Prescott 2, Christian McCaffrey 3, Purdy 4, and then Josh Allen 5.
Yeah.
But this one wasn't even close. Lamar Jackson 493 total points with 49 first place votes. So there's no question. A lot of people were thinking Purdy might have, you know, or Christian McCaffrey. There's no.
So while we're right there, Gerard, when I went back and looked at the numbers, what separated him from Dak? Because only number him was better than Dak, other than the 2 wins, probably rushing yards. When you look at all the numbers, the QB ratings and everything, Dak blew him out the water. Seemed like, and everything except for rushing yards. Yeah. And I'm trying to see why the votes wasn't split more. You know, I don't know why. Why does that? I know he finished second, but I don't know why it was almost damn near unanimous. You know,
it pretty much was. The only other first place vote was for 1 vote for Josh Allen. Yeah. So it was pretty much unanimous. I think it's just because I don't know. I think they just like Lamar. Yeah. Lamar has a better story from one GM thinking he's a wide receiver.
Right.
So it's probably more popularity based. And then he's more exciting. Like it's more exciting to watch him run around like that than it is to have a passer. Like for you to be a just a regular passer these days and these day and age, winning MVP, you're gonna have to be Brady.
Yeah.
Because Mahomes is the future. I mean, Lamar Jackson and Mahomes are the future. What about Offensive Player of the Year? We got a top 5 in Offensive Player of the Year: Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Lamar Jackson. And it was a runaway for Christian McCaffrey also.
Yeah, I guess Tyreek, they looked at him as kind of falling off later on in the season. Yeah. Because if he'd got that record there, it'd have been. I think they would have
for sure. Yeah.
But CeeDee Lamb, he was just the opposite. He came later in the year. He got he was when the season was over. He was probably the best receiver
he
in
was.
the league at the time. Him and Puka.
Yeah.
At the time, they were the best two receivers in the NFL. So I don't know how they came to that, but I have no problem with Christian McCaffrey.
Oh no, absolutely not. No.
He earned it.
Yeah.
What about the defensive rookie of the year? We'll go Will Anderson, 151 points. Jalen Carter, 122 points.
Yeah.
Kobe Turner, the guy from the Rams, 95. Witherspoon, 95, 57. And Joey Porter Jr. got 6. Were the top 5. What do you feel about the Will Anderson, Jalen Carter debate?
So to me, I was surprised that that Will Anderson won this award. I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't guaranteed. So when I found out he won, I jumped out the bed. I was like, "Oh shit, he won!"
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised at that one. I feel like Carter in the beginning of the season, if he would have played out the whole season the way he started it,
Yes,
he would have won it hands down. But the fact that the Eagles were doing so bad towards the end, I think that's why. But I think Will Anderson lit it up I'm sorry. He lit it up towards the end of the season and just made him look better for the award to go to him. But I was surprised. DC?
Yeah, of course. He finally caught up with the speed of the game.
Yeah.
Later on in the year, and that's what ended up happening. And it's a lot easier, the edge rushers, man. Those guys, the lights are always on you on the edge. You have to really watch football to understand if a defensive tackle is any good. You have to know what to look for. He may not make a tackle,
Yeah, right.
That's why that will make Aaron Donald so amazing. If you can get 10 sacks from a defensive tackle, that's amazing. That's like 15, 16 sacks from the end.
You're right.
Because you're crowded by people the whole time, and you can get to the quarterback 10 times in a season. That's amazing. That's why the kid Turner coming up, he's going to be good too. But back to Will, like I said, he caught up with the game speed, man.
Yeah, he did.
And they got a star in the making, man, coming along.
Yep.
They really do. They got a star coming up.
I think the same. That one was kind of weird because Will Anderson was hit and miss towards the end of the season. Like, he was banged up a lot.
He missed 2 games.
Yeah, so for him to miss those 2 games, and then a couple games, he had 1 sack and 1 TFL, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But like you said, the Eagles as a unit falling off like that, if the Eagles continually dominated, I think it would have been a different chase. But those last 5 weeks for them, that pretty much sealed it for Carter.
Yeah.
And then I kind of want to talk about the heavyweight fight of the awards, which was the Defensive Player of the Year. This is, to me, where all the real big dogs are.
Yeah.
We are going with the top 5: Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt 2, Micah Parsons, Max Crosby, and Deron Bland is 5th. The biggest debate is T.J. Watt and Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
How did you feel about how that would, or actually, we'll include Myles Garrett. How did you think the voting would go if you were to vote for Defensive Player of the Year?
Out of those 3?
Yeah.
All right. So if I had to put one vote, man, you know what? I'll give it to T.J. Watt.
Oh, okay.
I would just because the face of that team basically is the defense, and he did get hurt. He was out for how many games? 3 games? 4 games?
Yeah, he was out.
So let's say
he missed time.
So let's say if he played his full season, I think he would have won for sure. But I think Myles Garrett, he stayed healthy the whole team, and that defense basically got Cleveland in the playoffs, man.
Right.
Yeah. DC?
I would have Myles
Garrett. Yeah.
He was just double team after double team. You watch him beat, man, and he still put up hellified numbers with everybody knowing that, hey, we stopped that guy. There's nobody else on that defense that we really care about unless it's somebody in the secondary. So I think the right guy got it. Myles Garrett, I think he did.
Yeah.
That's my.
What do you think, Jerry?
I think Myles Garrett, but the problem I had was T.J. Watt being second. TJ, like we said, he missed games.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he was he was a beast when he played. But Micah, like, there's something going on with the whole Micah thing because for about 10 weeks in the season, he couldn't draw a offensive holding to save his life. Yeah. He ended up with 14 sacks. So I think he was deserving of number 2. Myles Garrett was not overwhelming, but he ended up 165 points. Parsons got 89 and TJ Watt got 140. So it was clear that Myles Garrett was gonna get it, but I think Parsons deserved over TJ Watt, and I think just because TJ Watt, the name is still synonymous with defensive player of the year, he got that second, number 2.
Okay.
But I think that's all we got for the awards. CJ, we don't even need to talk about the offensive rookie, because
I think we should.
all right, well, give me your speech for CJ Stroud. How you felt about having the offensive rookie? It's a blowout, is why I said it.
Yeah.
It was almost unanimous, 48-2, first place vote.
Yeah. 48. I mean, look.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
look. All right. So CJ Stroud, man, this year coming in, there was talk about him that his test taken on the
O2 test.
Yeah, O2 test. Yeah.
S2.
Yeah.
S2. There you go.
S2's test, and he didn't do great. And like a lot of teams, I guess, hold back from that, and they took that pretty serious. And but look, man, he was the best quarterback out of this draft coming out. You could say in a better situation than most of them, really. But the fact of the matter is, C.J. Stroud within this offense just balled out. He put his imprint in the NFL, and a lot of teams see that now. And the future for him is very bright. He was in Vegas this weekend, and he was doing a report. I forgot what that girl Kay Adams, I believe her name is. And there was a Lombardi Trophy right there, and he didn't want to even acknowledge that the Lombardi Trophy was even there
until he is.
And and he said, man, I don't want to touch it, I don't want to look at it. I want my own, So he just has that dog in him, man. So I think the Texans' future is very bright with him, man. But they need to bring in the pieces to help him out, though.
Yeah.
DC.
Yes, he deserved the Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. But I don't know if it's that big of a gap.
There you go. Yeah.
He's the quarterback, so the light gonna shine on him.
Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs. Once again, I got to eat crow on this because I never thought they should have took him where they did, but I apologize. Detroit, you did that.
In the beginning, it made no sense.
Yeah.
Puka,
Those are guys right there that were really, really good offensive rookies, but the quarterback position is always gonna be the highlight. But that's one of the toughest positions to play, also.
Yeah,
and he damn near got it
for
right
a rookie.
For a rookie,
that's what.
So he deserved it. But I'd still like to mention Jameer Gibbs and Puka Nacua, and if the Falcons running back would have had a hell of a decent off seed, he probably would have been in the mix too. Bijan would have been in the mix.
Bijan Robinson,
But yeah, he deserves. Stroud deserves, man. He's a very level-headed young man, man. He seems like he have it all together. So that's right. But it just sucks that he's in a conference with the best quarterbacks.
It's just, and also you got to think about this, man. He goes into a team that does not have any superstars.
Right.
No superstars in that team. Everybody's like average in that team. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he did what he did with an average team, he didn't go in there with the Andre Johnson or the D Hop,
right,
or with a solid running back. I mean, the fact is, he made fucking players actually look good. I mean, Nico Collins wasn't Nico Collins until he got there,
right?
But I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. And Nico Collins has been hurt most of his career, and then then you take Tank Dell. I mean, this dude was, if I asked people what college he went to, pretty sure people want to know. Not unless if you know football like that. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. It's just he just made that whole team,
the offense looks totally different when he's there. When he went down, you could see
you could
the difference
tell.
when Tank Dell went down in the offense. You could tell it.
Yeah, man.
So when he comes back with a full season next year and he stays healthy, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna be a problem for the league.
Yeah.
Even though he's small, he's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say is like DC was saying, 48-2,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I would have liked to see maybe like 30 to 20, something like that, because Puka broke records.
Yeah, he did.
Puka was better than the history of a lot of number one receivers.
If it wasn't for Stroud, Puka would have
Fifth
won.
round.
Yeah,
The value. You got to look at the value too. Yeah.
Fifth rounder. He got 2 first place votes, which okay, it is what it is. But just for him to overtake Cooper Kupp as the number one, and to have that kind of season, to where he's in the record book. He's in Canton.
Yeah.
He's got memorabilia in Canton right now because he broke so many offensive rookie records. So CJ Stroud deserved it, but Puka shouldn't be that far behind.
Yeah.
It's the total points 246 to 154 points for Puka.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see those a little closer, maybe 200 to 180 something. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But congratulations to both, and they both got bright futures. Puka's what he did this year is marvelous. I just hope he stays healthy.
Yeah. And you better hope if once Stafford's gone, he gets another good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you got to trust McVay with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sean McVay,
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Snead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would expect them to pick up a quarterback at some point in the draft this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they
What's next, Jerron?
We forgot one thing about the Super Bowl. We did our prize pick, our own personal prize pick competition.
Yes, yes.
Let's see the results of that. Who is the victor?
So who's big money, man?
Yeah. So next year when we do prize picks, who is going to be the tiebreaker?
The two goal person.
Yeah. Who's going to be the tiebreaker?
So DC, thank you DC for taking the notes right here.
There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
All right, 7.
All right.
Cool. 7 for me. I'll take that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for me. Me and Fredo both got 8.
So don't put your money on Jerron.
No. Let me see where the difference came in at. I think the Brock Purdy rush yard, I think it was 13.5 and he got 12.
Yeah.
Jerron took the over on
We took the under.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
Man, see that?
that one right there.
Yeah.
Come on,
1 yard.
man.
1
yard.
1 yard,
man.
man.
Gambling is though, man. It's crazy that 0.5.
Yep. You see that's the thing, when you think about Purdy, you don't think about him running the damn ball. You think about him just staying.
But the last few weeks he's been doing it.
He has to do it.
He's
Yeah.
been doing it, man.
Especially yesterday when his two receivers didn't even show
We
up.
all got Kelsey over 70.
Of course.
Ayuk 63.5. Jay took the over.
Yeah, I went over.
He had 49. Fredo took the over. I took the under.
Yeah.
Okay. Rasheed Rice was 65.5 yards. Jay took the under. He was good. Fredo took the over, and I took the over. We were both wrong.
Yep.
Kittle 47.5 yards.
Come on.
Jay took the over. Fredo took the under. He was right, and I took the over. Me and Jay was both wrong on that one. McCaffrey 34.5 receiving yards. Jay took the under. We were wrong, and me and Fredo took the over. Debo 58.5 receiving yards. Sherrod took the over. Fredo took the under, and I took the over. So Fredo's the only one that got that right. So we get to Rush and McCaffrey 90 yards, 90.5. Well, everybody took the under. All three of us got that one right.
Yep.
Under 90 rushing yards. Pacheco 65.5 rushing yards. Jay took the under. He was right. Fredo over, wrong. I took the over. He was wrong. Mahomes 26.5 rushing yards. We all took the over. So we all got that one right.
Okay.
On Mahomes. Yeah. Of course, the Brock Purdy, I just mentioned that one. That was the one that Jay got. He took over. We both took under. Debo, rushing yards. Under for Jay was right. Under for Fredo was right. And I took over. I was wrong.
That was the one that would have got you the win.
Yep,
right there.
that's it. Right there. Yeah. And Purdy, 247 and a half passing yards. He ended up with 255. He went over. So Jay was right. Fredo was wrong. And I was right. Yeah.
I still feel like I was right. I still feel like
Mahomes, 264 passing yards. Me and Fredo took the over.
Yep.
Jerron took the under.
Yep.
Overtime got you.
How dare you
Yeah.
bet against
Look what he said. Overtime got me. I did a 4-quarter game. That's all I.
No. Like when it comes to the best, I'm just
man.
kidding with you, man. Just pulling your leg, Jay. But yeah, man, that was fun right there. All right, all right. So let's talk about the Hall of Famers, man. The same night, the awards, we found out who's going to the Hall of Fame for the class of 2024. And I'm excited about this one, man. And I feel pretty old at the same time.
Right.
These are players that, this is when I really got into football. And these are the players I used to see on the tube. Man, look at me. I sound old already.
Yeah.
So, Dwight Freeney from the Colts. Dave Huster, he's representing the Bears
Devin Hester.
Yeah, Devin Hester. Is he representing the Bears or the Falcons?
No, he's a Bear.
He's a Bear. Okay.
He's a Bear.
Andre Johnson, the greatest Texan of all time.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
There goes the subscription.
Wait. Okay, keep going. Hold up.
Okay.
There's a pretty big wattage thing. Okay.
When Walt makes the Hall of Fame, right now is Andre Johnson's time.
Okay. All right. You got it.
Let's get Dre his time. You got Julius Pepper. I don't know what team he's going to represent.
Carolina.
Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. Patrick Willis. Man, 49er, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then you got Randy Gradishar. And then Steve McMichaels.
Yeah.
So those two I really don't know about, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to front with you and say, I know everything. I don't know those two. Overall, gentlemen, what do you think about this class, DC?
It's not a bad class at all. I'm happy Hester got in there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't want to see him in there. But to me, he's probably the best to do whatever he do his job.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Dion returning kicks,
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else that done it better than Hester, and he deserves to be in there, man. A lot of people say you don't put those special team guys. Yeah, he was game changing.
Yeah.
When he went back, that changed the whole punt formation. You didn't want to punt him; you put out of bounds before you gave him a chance, and he did it in big games, man. A lot of return touchdowns. So yeah, I like the Hester and Andre. I really worried. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised he got in.
Yeah.
I really am, but I'm glad he finally did because what's coming up, I don't know how. If he didn't get this year, it was gonna be a real struggle.
Yeah.
And the thing that's holding him back is the touchdowns.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. But like I say, the qualification for me, at some point, you had to be the best in the league at your position in order to get the consideration for me to be in the Hall of Fame. And I think he was. But he was there with Calvin Johnson. They were going back and forth at the time, man. Those were the two best receivers in the league. So he deserved it. But the touchdowns is something that's going to shine a light. But he played with Matt Shaw.
Yeah. We played with a bunch of nobodies. And that's always my argument when it comes to Andre Johnson. The fact that he put up those numbers with a bunch of mediocre quarterbacks, it's very impressive. That's my argument with him. This guy didn't went to his first Super Bowl until he was like seventh season with the Texans. I mean, from 2003 all the way to 2011, there was that gap that that was a shitty time for Texans football. But, once 2011 and beyond, man, it's like he was making the playoffs every other year until he left the Texans. It just, that my argument with that is just that he never had that good quarterback play. But
you going in with a Titans jersey on?
Or a coach. You can do a coach jersey. That's your greatest Texan of all time. He was in the two division. He might as well play for the Jags too.
Man. All right. So it's funny. I saw a post from one of Tyan's fans Facebook page. Tyan's legend Andre Johnson. Like, man, he only played like a half a season with y'all. Like, what the hell you talking about? But yeah, though, man. I'm gonna forget that I didn't see that shit, to be honest with you, man. But other than that, man, I like this class right here, Jay. Well, what do you think about this class, man?
I like this class a lot. The only one I was kind of on the fence was Patrick Willis.
Patrick
Man.
Willis. Yep.
Why?
He quit early.
Yeah, of course.
He quit early.
He only did what, 6 seasons, 7 seasons?
I'm like that.
Yeah, it was a really short run. I'm looking up his pro football reference. It says he's 9th in total as an inside linebacker as a rank stat wise. So that's Hall of Fame worthy, but I didn't think it was going to be so easy for Patrick Willis.
Right, I didn't either.
Like, he didn't have to fight to get in. I don't know. I think Patrick Willis was a monster, but I don't know if he should have got in so easily. I think he should have fought. Like, there's Terrell Owens ain't in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
right. And you can tell because there was never a conversation about why Patrick Willis didn't get in the Hall of Fame, like it's been about Andre and T.O. That's all, every year that's come. Why those guys they're right on the edge? Why they can't get in there? I haven't heard one person say why Patrick Willis can't get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
unless it's a 49ers fan. But go ahead, Jay.
But yeah, I was just surprised that he was. If there was a name to be left out of those who made it, for me it would have been Patrick Willis. Like you said, Dwight Freeney, superstar. The spin move is iconic. Even just because his spin move, the way he did it, so different than everybody else who's ever played, that should be in there. Devin Hester, like I said, game changer.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl first play of the game.
Yep.
Ran it back
Against the Colts.
right there. Andre Johnson, like you said, there's only 2 in his era. Because he came before the Julios, and so him and Calvin Johnson were neck and neck. And I would get in fights. People like Andre Johnson's better than Calvin Johnson. I'm like, nah, but he's close.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And they had Larry Fitzgerald also in the mix too. So it was those 3 who were battling back and forth.
But Calvin Johnson had Matthew Stafford though, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
did you see the Lions records when they were playing?
I get it.
That's it.
I get
That's
it.
all he had.
But in that division alone, the Bears were really good at that time. And Rodgers and Favre, whoever was there in that time. And then who was the Vikings? I mean, no, the Vikings didn't have nobody then. But still, though, man, the NFC and those times were like the nugget jogs of the NFL during that time, at least.
Yeah. So. And then we talk about Julius Peppers. Yeah. Like, he had to get, he was like the fastest to get to 100 sacks ever kind of thing. And he was a freak of nature. So
he played longer than all these guys.
Yeah. And to me, he was one of the first dudes who were like, he could literally play 3 different positions. Right. If he wanted to, he could have slimmed down and been a Kittle. You know what I'm saying? That dude was a freak of nature.
Didn't y'all take somebody instead of taking him? He went 2, I think. Who did y'all take?
2?
Number 1. Who was y'all number 1 pick? The same draft. Peppers was still on the board when the Texans picked.
Was it Mario Williams?
It may have been on the draft before that, but I think Texans chose 1 and they ended up going with. Yeah, it must have been Mario Williams.
Yeah, it must have been Mario.
I think Peppers came right after that. Yeah.
Let me go back.
But for me, the one that they left off, Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates, yeah.
I would have switched him to Patrick Willis easily.
Ooh. They took David Carr.
That's who it was. David Carr. That's who it was.
Yeah.
I mean, Peppers went second, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We needed a quarterback. I mean,
it makes sense. It makes nobody's killing you off of that,
but when you look back at that,
man, Julius Peppers been in the league since
2002. Yeah.
Damn.
So with
and he still played.
Yeah.
Like. Oh, damn.
But there was a time when there was Peppers and I see Jared Allen's name on the list.
Yeah.
Those 2 guys were going back and forth, man. Yeah.
Jared Allen was a bad boy.
Yeah.
So going back to the Patrick Willis thing, if you're ranking Hall of Famers, they go inside linebacker. Number 1 is Ray Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Singletary's 2. Jack Lambert, Dick Buckus, Luke Kuechly.
Yes.
So,
I'm going to get to him.
now-
I think he's next year.
He's okay.
I'm going to go to next year.
I was
After
about to
this, we're going
ask.
to talk about next year's
I was
list.
about to ask.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
so we'll talk about that.
Yep.
Urlacher,
Yes. But
Zach Thomas,
Yep.
and then Bobby Wagner is right above Patrick Willis. And then after that, so out of all the Hall of Famer quality
Mhm.
linebackers, Patrick Willis is closer to the average,
Right.
average linebacker. Because after that, it's Ray Nitschke and Navarro Bowman kind of level players. So that's the only reason I was like Patrick Willis. He could have been left out.
Yes. Yeah, nobody would have said anything.
Yeah, because unless you do Bobby Wagner the same way,
Right.
then
Right.
and Bobby Wagner got Super Bowl.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that's all I had on that one.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Besides that, what else is going on around?
I want to talk about this next year's class, Hall of Fame. The guys, the first year ballot, guys who are going to be coming in the
Okay.
mess next year.
Who you got, DC?
Eli Manning.
Wait.
Oh,
All right. So thumbs up, thumbs down,
All
everybody.
right, all right. Eli Manning.
Eli Manning.
Thumbs down. No way.
Yeah.
Luke Kuechly.
Oh,
I'll give it that.
thumbs
Yeah.
up. Even though he quit early.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thumbs
Well,
up.
Yes.
medical reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
mean, he had
still.
better reasons than Patrick Willis.
Yeah.
Adam Vinatieri.
Oh, that's up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of iffy when it comes to the special team.
You see what he done?
He made
Yeah,
one of the greatest.
Okay,
Brady should be sending him Christmas cards.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Him and Belichick.
Yes.
Yeah, the fact that he did it with the Patriots and the Colts. Okay,
Yeah.
thumbs up. Okay,
Yeah. Terrell Suggs.
Terrell Suggs for me. Yeah,
I gotta get
Terrell Suggs?
Yeah, he coming. Yeah.
No way is he a first ballot. No way. Terrell Suggs was cool. I think Terrell Suggs, I would love to see where he is in relation to other rushers, but no, not a first ballot. I think he was just so famous for being crazy.
man, maybe because the team around him. Maybe because Ray Lewis and the Reeds.
Earl Thomas. Well, he had Reed.
He had Reed.
He had Reed. Yeah.
I mean, he had a good. I don't know. That's gonna be hard. Was he game changer? You know what? I'm gonna change mine to no.
Yeah,
thumbs down.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to go
no.
no
Ray
on
Lewis
that
is a
one.
game changer.
Yeah.
Reed was a game changer. Yeah. No, thumbs down for Suggs. All right, go ahead, DC.
Marshall Yanda.
Don't know who
I
he
think
is.
it's offensive lineman.
Marshall Yonder.
I can't remember who he played for, but
Ravens.
Ravens. He was Ravens. Okay, yeah.
He's not a first ballot,
Right,
but
not
he's
first.
going to
He gonna
eventually
get
get
in
in because he was the building block for them to also.
Okay.
Marshawn Lynch. I don't think he's getting in.
No, not first ballot. No.
Not. Is it?
He's like Suggs.
Is it a popularity contest or not?
It's not.
This is what we're gonna find out
Mhm.
because
His
he's.
coach took that away from him.
Oh yeah.
That game
Yeah.
at the end.
If he would have scored that
Hand the
game,
damn ball off,
yeah.
man.
Don't get me wrong, man. He had some nice runs, man.
Oh, yeah. Beast mode, yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, I say he's not gonna get in.
No, not first ballot.
Earl Thomas.
Oh, that's yeah, easy.
Yeah,
He needs to be the first name on there
Yeah.
so far.
yeah.
Joe Staley.
Mm.
I think they put him in, man. I think he goes.
Joe Staley, really?
But the Browns, right? He's the one played with the Browns all those years.
Yeah.
Left tackle.
Yes, yes,
I think they're gonna put him in, man.
yes. Like what's it called? The fact that he played for the sorry ass Browns, man, for that
He would
long,
never leave.
man. Give him the jacket right now, man.
No,
Poor guy.
Joe Staley's the 49ers
He was
one.
40 okay,
He's the
Niners,
49ers
yeah.
one.
Oh,
you
it's
think of
Thomas.
Joe
Joe
Thomas?
Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
Staley
George
was
Staley's
49.
the one that always had that
No, I
nosebleed.
don't know about him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about
Yes.
him.
I don't know. I don't
about
think
him.
he.
No, I'm thinking of a guy from Cleveland.
Yeah. Okay. No,
I don't think he's worthy.
not first ballot.
The next one will be Demaryius Thomas. He won't get in. I don't think.
Demaryius Thomas.
Receiver Broncos.
He passed away,
Yeah.
but no, I don't think he
Not
gets
first
in.
ballot.
No.
No. Because if I don't know, man.
I don't know if he ever gets in, Fredo.
I don't think
he ever gets in.
Is he better than Andre?
No.
No.
Demarius
He had
Thomas.
some good year with Peyton
Yeah,
Manning.
he did though.
But no, he wasn't. No.
Demarius Thomas is he's the Des Bryant class.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you feel about Des Bryant versus Demarius Thomas.
Yeah.
And I think Des Bryant had a better career. Demarius Thomas ended up getting a better accolades.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting Des in, so I'm not going to put Demarius in either.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And for sure, if T.O. ain't,
Yeah, that's the biggest travesty of all the Hall of Fame right there. Aqib Talib. I don't think he gets in.
Cornerback.
No.
No, not first ballot. No.
Vernon Davis.
Ooh, that might be a surprise one.
Man.
Tight end, right?
Tight end.
Yeah. For the Niners.
49ers.
Yeah.
It's a theme. There's 49ers and Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is, man. To me, that'd be kind of hard, man. Because how the hell are you going to put Antonio Gates?
Yeah.
I mean, how the hell you not
can't go before Gates?
Exactly.
He can't go before
exactly. No, so not first ballot. No.
I think he might be a surprise one. First.
Why?
Just because
he wasn't a game changer like Antonio though.
He was a game. He was
one of the first fast big tight ends that come through, man.
He's the prototype for everybody now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like Brock Bowers,
right?
We're thinking he's a Vernon Davis.
Yes.
Gates was more
possession receiver.
Possession. He was like a Dallas Clark, like he'd box you out.
Yeah.
Tony Gonzalez. So Shannon Sharp and Vernon Davis that's what everybody wants to be now.
Okay, you can line those guys up on the outside.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's going to be close.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he gets in. He most likely won't, but I might be a surprise and put him in.
Yeah.
Darren Sproles,
running back.
No, he won't.
No, he's not going to make it.
Last one is Cameron Wake. He was defensive end for the Dolphins.
Yep. No, he's not going to make it.
Mm-mm.
That's it. So I tell you what, if Eli Manning gets in,
man,
I'm gonna blow a damn gasket, boy. I'm telling you. I'm going.
It's a travesty,
boy. I'm telling
you, man.
If he gets in,
well, what gets him in is gonna be first those 2 Super Bowls. They play against Tom Brady. Yeah. Second, because of his name. And that's it.
That's it.
I mean, he lit it up
in the meeting. All anybody has to say to not vote him in is look at every other year.
Yeah.
Every other year he was absolutely terrible. Yeah. And he had 2 good runs. And he wasn't the focal point of the team.
Right.
No, it was the defense.
That defensive line. OCU Manura, Tuck, Justin Tuck.
Yeah.
Those were
like
Antonio Pierce might have been on some of them teams.
Yeah, he was on them.
Yeah. It brings you back. Was he even a top 10 player in that team?
On that team,
I mean,
he was a top 10 player, but he
wasn't top 5. He
had 5 damn on defense.
Yeah.
That's tough. Right?
I say he was up there, but so on the pro side, he's got the helmet catch, and he's got beaten Brady 2 times.
Right.
That's gonna be kind of powerful in that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if he gets his in, it's because those 2 times he beat
and
the name.
Man, and it dude, 366 touchdowns, 244 interceptions. Really? Oh man.
I would love to see.
They were straight hand damn team, man.
I would love to see his full. Does it have his full record? Like how many wins, losses he had as a quarterback?
Yeah.
Because I think it's ugly because after the Super Bowls he was career 117 to 117. He's a 500 quarterback.
Yeah, no. Just a fact. Look, I'm telling y'all, man, he's gonna get into the Hall of Fame.
No,
his name
500 quarterback,
and he won those 2 Super Bowls against the Patriots.
Yeah, no, you
it's
can't.
It's gonna be a travesty, man. That's gonna be a problem. And you got a guy like T.O. out here, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Ain't no way.
4-time Pro Bowler. There's no.
I don't even know if he ever made All Pro. On first, second, or third team, man.
Yeah, there's no way he can justify. Let me see. I can't see. Yeah, but Eli should not be in there at all. Not a 117 to 117 record.
No. Ain't no way.
Man.
Even where he be.
He's got commercials. He's got the Manning cast, so he'll be all right.
He got 2 Super Bowls. What else you need? You know, he just wasn't that great. You know, he wasn't as great as his brother Peyton.
They didn't necessarily win because of.
Exactly.
You know,
and we know the Colts won. And I'm biased about this, but the Colts won so many games just because of the division they were in.
Yeah. Eli cried his way out of San Diego. Man.
Yeah.
Never forget that on draft day.
Oh, yeah.
Eli, man. He want to go to San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah, he got drafted by them, and they traded his ass that same night.
Yep.
He got a 60% completion percentage. That's like high school player completion percentage.
Yeah.
His situation is what some people thinking Caleb Williams' situation is going to be. They feel like he don't want to go to the Bears. He might not want to go to the Bears. If drafted there, he might pull one of these stuff. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Man, thank God CJ shot and pulled that shit out when it came to the Texans. I mean, I get it, man. Like, Texans didn't have their shit together for the past couple of years, man, but just now they are. That's going to be tough, man.
And it's going to be even more tough for Fredo now because these guys are getting paid in college.
Yeah, man.
Now, I'm making $4 or $5 million a year. I'm good. I'll just wait another season. And then I'll come out next year. So,
man, like they were saying, there these kids now they show in practice in Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
Yeah. Look at Colorado.
Yeah.
Dude, how your son's buying you a mansion?
Man,
that's crazy.
Did you see the video of that?
Yes.
I was like, man, you could tell Dion's like he had that look in his face, man. Like, I don't need another house.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't.
And then the quarterback, he's got a Rolls Royce sponsorship. So they gave him a Rolls Royce. He's already making top NIL. It's crazy.
Man. I'm telling you, man. Man, you kids, man, focus on football. Don't say football don't pay. Pay, man.
That's what ran Saban out the game.
Yep, exactly. Because he knows
you finna start losing the good coaches.
Oh yeah. Because you have no power anymore.
No power.
To me personally, I think it'd be tougher to be a college coach now than a professional coach.
Yeah.
Because
money, and they can just leave when they want to. That's the problem. I don't like it here. I'm going somewhere else.
Yep.
Many times they won't. That's the problem.
You go to the right. If you don't like Alabama, I'm gonna go to Georgia. And start the next year.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Because anybody who enters the transfer portal, they already got a deal. They won't even enter because they ain't got no deal. But once they get a deal from Georgia, Alabama, they enter the portal. And make it feel like they disgruntled. But you already got a deal before you get there. That's the only reason you enter it, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's shady now.
It's real shady.
Even more shady. It was shady.
Yeah.
But now it's even. It's in your face shady.
Yeah.
It's not like back when SMU they was giving out Corvettes and
on
stuff
the low.
on the low. Like now they like, hey, who's got my bag?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody throws bags at him. He's going to see which one is heavier.
Yeah. You got head coaches leaving for offensive coordinator jobs.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly quit being the head coach at UCLA to be the OC at Ohio State. You want to deal with that?
Yeah.
No, so it's getting wild. So you finna probably go start getting a watered down NFL.
Yeah.
Because the players that you bring it in, and the habits that they already have
because
when they show up.
The head coach of the BC Boston College, he went to the NFL just to be offensive coordinator, because he knew he didn't want to tolerate that, and now Bill O'Brien is the head coach of BC now. And good luck with Bill O'Brien, man. Shit.
Yeah, that's the right place. BC, middling. Yeah. He's not going to be in enough pressure because it's BC. Nobody goes to BC.
Yeah. And so I don't know, man. Football in some ways, it's changing a little bit, but I mean, but like there's players they wish that they could go start college again and get some of these deals.
Yeah.
And but not everybody's guaranteed those deals, right?
Right. But some of them are getting contracts. Not everybody, but the good ones.
Yeah.
The good players.
Yeah. The top recruits coming up. Bro, imagine this, man. You're 19 years old and you're a millionaire.
Right.
Hey, that's crazy, bro.
Real thing.
That is crazy, man. If you're like top 100 in the nation, you know you're getting a deal.
Right.
And well, the craziest part about it is after college, most of these people ain't gonna be heard of. So you giving millions of dollars to a kid which is good and bad, but you're investing millions of dollars into like a Spencer Rattler.
Right.
We don't know what he's gonna be.
Yeah.
He may flame out of the NFL, but when he's in college, we'll give him money.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good for the kid, but
Caleb Williams ran him up out of Oklahoma.
yeah.
Man,
Then he left Oklahoma.
Bro, think about this, man. These kids are making more than the players that play in the XFL.
They're making more. Than,
They got more than some
yeah.
NFL players.
They're making more than Purdy.
Yeah, right.
Purdy is making minimum.
Yeah.
So
All right, guys, y'all boys got anything else, man?
I think I'm good.
All right, man. I guess we go tune in for next week. Let's wrap this show up. Thank you for tuning in to the Shield Football Podcast. Like always, please hit that button, subscribe, share, and like on YouTube. And then go ahead and go to Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. But thank you for tuning in to today's episode. From this chair to the next chair behind me, my co-host DC, my producer. Thank you for this year. This year has been absolutely fantastic.
Thank you,
guys. Thank you for all the hard work you put into it. Thank you for your knowledge, and most importantly, y'all's time. I always appreciate that. There's one thing in the world I appreciate is time, because we got very few little of it, and I'm glad to share my Mondays with y'all, man. So appreciate that. And thank you to Steven back there running things. No one knows how Steven looks like except for us. It's a mystery, really, man. But thank you for that, Steven. And also, if you're out there, man, chase your dreams, be happy, make memories with your family, and make the best of it every day, man. You only get one life, and be happy about it, man. Until then, guys, I love y'all. Thank you. See y'all next week. Later.
Peace out.
Yes. That's just
I
crazy,
heard about
man.
it.